Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome. These orchids, they came all the way from Kenya. White orchids and colored orchids. They need only dry ground made of wood, and they doesn't mind any pot even if it's not transparent. Orchid flowers, actually, in Africa, they grow under the trees on top of the trees. So they grow as if they are hanging because their roots like to grab, to touch, to hold the jacaranda trees. And because it's very dry sometimes, they doesn't get dry because the jacaranda tree is ripe and they drink water from jacaranda tree. And because they are hanging, when it's raining, they doesn't hold the water. Actually, orchid flowers, when you are giving them water, don't give them water from top, because the flowers at the center there, when it gets wet, they can get dry very fast. They get spoiled. So that's why maybe in Kenya, because they grow hanging on the top of the jacaranda tree, they doesn't get spoiled. Here in Europe, I do give them water from bottom because I realized when I give my orchids water from top, they were getting dry. Therefore, I decided to be putting the water from bottom, and they drink what they need. And when I do like that, they flower a lot. Orchids, they stays for a long time after flowering. First they promise, and then they flower. And the flowers, they stay for about 4 to 5 months, depending on how strong and how healthy the flower is. I like orchid flowers because of their color, their beautifulness, and also the smell which they let inside. Here in Europe, I grow them inside, as you can see, because I don't have a jacaranda tree inside, although I have some other plants. These plants, they are of the family. This one is from a family of a coconut tree. It's a palm tree. I have also other plants like this one. It's growing very high, very high. I also have money plants hanging next to the windows. These money plants, I give them water and soil, that's all. And they hang there. Sometimes I think hanging them there. These orchids, because they come from Africa and they normally grow under jacaranda tree at the forest, so that's why sometimes I think maybe I can plant these money plants next on top of them, just for the feeling that they will feel, just to try to make something like how they were growing in Africa. I do have other plants, indoor plants, batiks, and also some drawings which I get them from Africa. I have so many orchids surrounding me around with so many different types of colors. Pink and white, or purple and white. This one is with stripes. When they are brown like that one, the leaf you see them, I wait until the flowers will finish, and then I will cut it off, the brown one, the brown leaf, because now I cannot disturb it. It became brown when I changed the position, because orchids, they like to stay at one place when it starts promising. If it's facing east, when you change it, it gets stress. So to avoid orchid to get stress, the way it started flowering, don't move it or don't change it. If you move it, put it back exactly how it was, because if you start changing it, the position, then orchid gets stress. I mean orchid from Africa. That's the only technique to keep orchid from Africa indoors, and it adapts very well. I don't know whether it can grow outside here in Europe, because when summer gets finished, maybe it will get frozen. So that's why I never take them outside. I prefer to keep them inside, so that they will feel like I keep their life simple. I don't like to keep moving them inside, outside, no. I only move them when I'm changing the ground, the soil. But I don't change it often. It's only when I see it's necessary. So, for now, that is my orchid decorations together with animals from Africa. That's a rhino, and that's an elephant. There in between, there's a lion, the king. So when you visit Kenya, you can go to see them live in national parks like Amboseli, Masai Mara, those type of the national parks, you'll find so many. And when you are lucky, you'll find them when they are roughing each other, enjoying themselves when they are ready to start making babies. And when you go at the month of December, you'll find when all the animals, they start walking away to give the lions time when lions wants to get married. So I appreciate very much for you to watch my orchids. I hope you give them a thumb up. I will appreciate very much. I think even my flowers, they will be happy when they get a thumb up. So, if you want to have Kenyan orchids, you can contact me, or you can go in Kenya, or you order them online. Thank you. And hakuna matata. Hakuna matata means no problem. No problem. Orchid between, zebra between the orchids. Yeah. I like zebra. I like zebras very much. I mean, all of the animals, I like them, but zebra is the color that attracts my eyes. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.